welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano, and on today's program, we get to learn about an upcoming brunch and fashion show at the Woodward School for Girls here in Quincy. First, though, we'll check out the weather and the news for you this morning. Currently in Quincy, brilliant sunshine out there. It's beautiful looking, but it's only 42 degrees. Going to be a brisk day today with that wind making it feel even colder. Highs only in the mid, maybe upper 40s this afternoon. Down to freezing tonight under clear skies, a low of 32 degrees. A little warmer tomorrow, sun and clouds. Highs tomorrow will top off around 50. Looks like some April showers coming in on Wednesday, at least in the morning. Maybe some breaks later in the day. It will be mild again, a high around 60 degrees, and just a partly sunny, calm day on Thursday with highs into the mid-50s. Again, sunny and 42 in Quincy right now. In the news today, Dunkin' Brand's president and CEO Dave Hoffman says that iconic brand is embracing the future while still honoring its past. Delivering the keynote speech at last week's Quincy Chamber of Commerce annual business showcase up at Granite Links here in Quincy, Hoffman said it's important to remember what's most important to customers and communities.
Making sure your brand stays relevant is critically important. And so, again, like you said, we've got so many great loyalists. We want to make sure that we take care of them, let them know that this is still their brand, but we also want to signal that, hey, we have to stay modern and relevant. And that's all. Our blueprint for growth is really all about transforming our brand, but making sure we stay true to who our roots are.
Dunkin' was also installed as the inaugural member of the Quincy Chamber of Commerce Business Hall of Fame. The second annual Bruce Wood grant of $5,000 was awarded to the Quincy startup company called Dive Technologies. They develop unmanned underwater vehicles. Wood was a founding member of the Quincy Chamber. He was a businessman, also a longtime Quincy youth sports coach. A little piece of Quincy history will now be on permanent display in the museum on the first floor of old Quincy City Hall. A silver tankard owned by Quincy attorney George Burke is on indefinite loan to the city and is now in a specialized display case that will allow it to remain in view for the public. Burke purchased this tankard at auction back in 2001 for $160,000 after it was auctioned off by the United First Parish Church to fund some repairs to their building. Now, the tankard was donated to the church by Colonel John Quincy, for whom the city is named. He was the great-grandfather of President John Quincy Adams. Mayor Thomas Koch said he was extremely grateful for Burke's generous donation. Work is now underway on what will be the new General's Bridge in Quincy Center. Crews are preparing that area on the Bergen Parkway for the new bridge. It will connect that roadway with Cliveden Street and with Hancock Street. Bergen Parkway is already reduced to one lane in each direction between the Hannon Parkway and Granite Street. That'll last for about a year. And when completed, motorists will be able to turn right onto the new bridge from the Bergen Parkway or right off the new bridge onto the Bergen Parkway. The state is funding the $10 million project. A homeless man facing charges that he was a one-man crime spree in Quincy last month. Police say 28-year-old Nathaniel Preston tried to carjack one driver, did carjack another driver, and then stole a car and tried to carjack a third driver. This all happened on the night of March 14th when police say Preston tried to carjack a motorist in the drive-thru at the Wendy's restaurant on Newport Avenue. He did carjack a woman at gunpoint on Newport Avenue, stole a third car that had been left running on Elmwood Park, and then tried to carjack a motorist on the Hannon Parkway. The stolen vehicle was recovered still running in Quincy Center early the next morning. Preston's being held on $100,000 bail. The most senior member of the Quincy Police Department has retired. Officer Robert Kelly retired last Wednesday after over 39 years of service to the department. Kelly, known as Badge Number 1, was appointed a Quincy police officer in August of 1979. Bobby, as he was called by his colleagues, was given a very warm send-off, as you can see here outside the station after his last shift. The most recent Coffee with a Cop event was held at the 1000 Southern Artery Senior Center in Quincy last week. Officers met with senior citizens and shared some stories and concerns. The Coffee with a Cop series began last fall, and Quincy Police Chief Paul Keenan has committed to holding at least one of these meetings every month due to their popularity. The Coffee with a Cop gatherings are designed to foster a positive relationship between police officers and the public and to increase safety throughout the city by opening up the lines of communication among citizens and police officers. Now that you are up to date with weather and news, let's check out our programming lineup for later on today here on Quincy Access Television. It'll start with a replay of this program currently in Quincy today at 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock currently in Quincy, The Interviews, as we chat with a member of the Scots Charitable Society. AM Quincy at 6:30, we preview the upcoming South Shore Science Festival. Tonight at 7 on Channel 8, Eye on Quincy will be live. Then at 8 o'clock, the Quincy Chamber of Commerce 2019 annual meeting there with the Duncan CEO. And at the Library Concert Series tonight at 10 o'clock with Flynn Cohen and Duncan Wickel. Check out Channel 9 every day, learn about Quincy City Departments, different committee activities. All starts at 5:30 with Quincy in Focus. Then tonight at 6 p.m., the City Council meeting comes to you live from City Hall. There's a public meeting on the Long Island Bridge. Get a complete program schedule over on our website, qatv.org. When you get there, just click on Program Schedule. And do please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and check out our weekly ad in the Quincy Sun. Coming up, we take a look at a few of the current events and activities being shown on our electronic bulletin board on Channel 8 for your information. Please stay tuned. We're back with you in just 1 minute. Welcome back. Here is a check of some of the current events and activities we're showing on our electronic bulletin board right now on Channel 8 for you to know about. Just a reminder about that traffic restriction now in place on the Bergen Parkway. It's from Hannon Parkway to Granite Street. Construction underway on the new General's Bridge, so traffic's down to one lane in each direction for the next 10 to 12 months. Commuters are advised to either seek an alternate route or expect delays. Quincy Community Action Programs hosting a first-time homebuyers workshop April 11th and the 13th at their Quincy Center headquarters on Hancock Street. Give Keeley Alta a call to register at 617-657-5315 or send her an email there on your screen for more information. Information sessions about the new nursing program that's coming to Quincy College this fall are being held April 6th and 19th at the Quincy Center campus and April 11th and 27th at the Plymouth campus. You should visit quincycollege.edu/nursing for all the details. A special fundraiser to help the St. Eve's School in Haiti will be held May 19th from 6 to 9 at the Knights of Columbus Hall up in North Quincy. There'll be music, raffles, and an auction, all part of the event. All donations are tax deductible. And if you have an event or an activity you would like to promote, just visit our website at qatv.org. Download a bulletin board request form. Just fill it out and send it in. We'll put your message up here on Channel 8 too. Coming up, we learn all about an upcoming event to highlight students at the Woodward School for Girls here in Quincy. That's next. Welcome Welcome back. We're actually welcoming back a friend from the Woodward School for Girls here in Quincy that appeared about almost a year ago now. Tanisha Wright is the president of the Woodward School for Girls Alumni Leadership Council, and she's brought a student with her. So ladies, welcome to both of you. Thanks for coming over.
Thank you for having us.
Great to have you. Tanisha, great to see you again.
Good to see you.
I'm so glad that we're going to be able to keep this relationship going. So, and Grace Neville, a graduating senior from the class of 2019 at Woodward School. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Thanks for coming over. Appreciate it. Tanisha, we're here to talk about Girls Brunch and Fashion Show, and this is coming up at Woodward on April 7th from 10 to 2 in the gym at the school. But Girls actually is an acronym for what the whole event stands for, right? What the whole
Right.
school stands for, really.
Correct. It's
Yeah.
the values of Woodward, so it stands for generosity, integrity, responsibility, leadership, and service.
Yeah.
And it's really what we look for in the ideals of our participants as well. We have several participants that really just come out, give their time to supporting the girls and trying to find a way to incorporate with them their networking, showing them how to have the business relations. We've had a few of them that have come. We've done this for 2 years now. So Lullaby is our big one. She does it every year.
Lullaby?
Yeah, she does clothing designs. It's actually high-end couture kind of clothing line.
Okay.
It's really nice. And
Probably
this
why I
year-
haven't heard of it.
Right.
Okay.
All girls, so we
Yeah.
don't expect you to. And then we have a new designer actually this year, which is Be Free, and they do a disability clothing line and a line that works for athletics as well.
Wow.
And it's really nice. So
Yeah.
we love having them. We have 2 speakers. Our MC is Jackie Zuckerman. She is the CEO of Next on Scene magazine. It's
Okay.
really a great thing that she does. She helps startups and, really works with the community on different things. She's our link to Be Free, so we're excited to have her.
Okay.
And Jan Doherty, who is the CEO of Organic Bath Company and the co-founder of the Well Summit, which does a lot of good in the community as well. So we're excited to have them.
Okay. So now you mentioned this is the second year that you've done this. How did it kind of all get started?
Well, it was originally in 2003 we had a fashion show at the school,
Yeah.
and it was a way to get the mothers and daughters out to kind of work with the community. We used a lot of the local stores around the area to have a fashion show, and then it kind of dropped off.
Okay.
And we decided when we redid the ALC that we wanted to find a way that we could have the community involved, we could also work with the students and alums and meet new people. And we went out and thought, how can we do this? And we thought of the ideals of Woodward, and we built around that. So we ended up with having, a great event that the students love. We use fashion because they love fashion. And then we get to have the capability of networking with the brunch, and we have a vendor marketplace. So we get to, welcome the community into Woodward, let them see it, let them see what the school can do
Yeah.
for young girls in their education.
Okay. Are the vendors also kind of women-owned businesses also?
Yep.
Okay.
A lot of them are women-owned business. I don't actually think all of them are
Is that
this
right?
year.
Yeah. Wow.
And we do local, so we're Quincy, Dorchester,
Mm-hmm.
I think down the Cape.
Okay.
A few coming up. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's good.
About how many?
Right now we're at 10. We'd love to have more, so
Okay.
if anybody wanted to.
There's
we're
still
open
time,
to
right? It's
that.
not till
Yes.
April 7th,
It is
so a
not
little bit
too
of
late.
time, yeah.
We have great sponsors too that are in the area. We have Barnstable Brewery from down
Oh.
in Yarmouth. They're
Okay.
great. And we also have a laundry service, Mr. G's Laundry, out in Hyde Park. So they all contribute and do
Okay.
things with us too.
Okay, so really, now you mentioned redoing the ALC, which is what?
That is the Alumni Leadership Council.
okay.
So we just restarted everything, started from scratch last year, and said,
Okay.
how can we make this better?
Hence your position
Hence
as the
my
president
position,
of it,
yes.
right? So it's not a full council yet, right? It's
We are
still
not a full
opening?
council.
Okay.
Still open. We'd love to have everybody join, whether it's joining to help out with one event or coming to work on everything.
Right.
We'd love to have anybody who wants to.
So Grace, you are graduating June 1st.
I am.
Right? So would this be something you'd be interested in the future, is serving on this council?
I would love to serve on the council.
Okay. All right. Tell me a little bit about your involvement in this particular event, first of all, and then your experience at Woodward leading up to really a historic turning point in your life.
So in this fashion show, I will be walking as one of the models.
Okay.
I am doing a dress that I haven't seen yet.
Oh,
but
that's
I'm
scary.
also yes,
Okay.
but it's exciting too.
Okay.
And I'm also going to be trying on one of the athletic kind of wears, which is going to be really fun and
Okay.
interesting. And it's really fun. It's my second year doing it.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yes, and I kind of love it.
Now, are you interested in fashion as a career in the future, or design, or things of that
I
nature?
am not, but I've
Okay.
always been into fashion. It's always been one of my kind of passions in life, just
Okay.
as a side thing.
I think that's important to have a little bit of both, right? You know, a
Definitely.
career focus and then something that you just love to do
Yeah.
for fun, right? Now, you've been a student at Woodward for the past 4 years?
4 years, yes.
Okay. And what was that experience like for you?
Oh, that experience is incredible.
How would you say you're different today than you were when you first became a student?
I am able to just do so many more things that I wasn't able to do. I can go in front of a crowd and speak incredible things.
Right, yeah.
And they
just extemporaneously.
exactly.
Just, yeah.
And we in 10th grade they teach us how to. We take a rhetoric class, and you have to do declamations in front of an entire audience, and it's at first very daunting and terrifying to think about, but you spend months of hard work just leading up to it, and once you're up there, it kind of just goes away, and it's this exhilaration kind of goes
Really?
through you. And they really do try to provide that type of learning, so it's in the classroom, but they do it so that you can then take those aspects outside of the classroom and apply them to everyday life.
Transferable skills that are so
Yes.
important in many different aspects of life. Yeah, absolutely. What are your your plans after Woodward?
So I plan on going to a 4-year college,
Okay.
studying psychology and social work.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Yes.
interesting. What was some of your say favorite classes, subjects, instructors at Woodward over the past 4 years?
History is definitely one of my favorite
History,
subjects.
okay.
And
Any particular type? American history, European, or
anything.
anything?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a TA for the 10th grade history class now.
TA.
Teacher's assistant.
Okay, thank you. Have to just clarify all
Just to
these
clarify,
acronyms. Yeah. You know what they are,
Yes.
but other folks don't. Okay.
So that's been great. It's so much fun
Really?
working with younger students and with my teacher that taught me. So now I can kind of take those values that he taught me then and apply them to the class now.
Do you think you'd like to be an educator perhaps one day?
I'd like to work with children. I don't
All
know
right.
if in the school system, but definitely working with children would be
In
fun.
some aspect,
Nice, yeah.
Okay. Are you accepted at a college yet?
Yes, I've been accepted to 8 colleges so far.
So 8 colleges. Wow. It's nice to have a choice then.
Yes, it's definitely nice.
Yeah?
Get my fair share of choices.
Okay, so I won't ask you which one you've picked yet because you probably don't know yet.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank
That
you.
alone is quite an achievement. I mean,
Yeah.
even just to get accepted to 2 or 3, but 8, yeah, you must have done quite well.
Thank you.
Must have done quite well. And Tanisha, I'm sure to see and hear Grace's story, you can relate as an alumni yourself.
Exactly, and we love working with him and with Grace. I've gotten to work with Grace for 2 years now,
Sure.
and it's been great. There's even growth that you get to see with her from one year to the next. So
bet,
that's the best part. She was still kind of quiet last year, and now she walks into a room and I know Grace is there. So it's good. It's and that's what we love about doing this is that
Yeah.
ability to see them grow and get to come back and realize that you're actually helping someone achieve something.
Yeah. Do you see yourself a little bit in her
Oh,
and
yeah.
stories like her? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing, though. Remembering going through that, I actually got accepted to 8 colleges too, and that
Wow.
complete bafflement at which one do I go to, because
Yep.
you kind of only expect to get into 1 or 2.
Right.
So that accomplishment is great on its own, and then to have the choice of where to go and know where you belong it's great.
Yeah,
So,
the overriding theme that I hear, it's interesting when I ask about, education and curriculum and instructors and classes, you're not saying, oh, I liked, Mrs. So-and-so in math and Mr. So-and-so in English. You're talking more about core values and overall personal growth. And I'm sure all those things matter, the little subjects and elements of it, but it leads to a bigger, greater outcome, I think, in the end.
It does, and I think what it is that everybody's so great there.
Right.
You can't pinpoint a teacher that you absolutely loved because everybody just contributed to every aspect
Yeah.
of who you are.
Okay, so let's talk about Girls Brunch and Fashion Show. It's, again, April 7th from 10 to 2 in the gym at the Woodward School. So how does the day run, Tanisha? What's going to be happening?
So we start off the day when you arrive. You have check-in, you get to have brunch. It's Perry's Gourmet Catering. They're amazing. And then we have a whole vendor marketplace where you can do some shopping. You can actually see some of our designers that are going to be on stage. They'll be there to show some of their other clothing as well. The fashion show starts around 11:30,
Okay.
and that runs for about an hour. And during that time, you'll get our MC, our keynote speaker. You get to hear about the students, what they're doing, their goals, and about the outfits as well.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, we have an amazing dessert person in the mix.
Oh.
We have photographers throughout, so if anybody wants a Photograph, Catherine Hodges Photography, and Nikki Monet Photography. They do a great job for us, and they do a lot of portraits of people that we love to send out, just so you can have something in your house.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's really great, and we have everything in the fashion show. So there'll be gym wear, work wear, high-end fashion, kids clothing. We have 7 kids doing it this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, first time. We're a little nervous, but
Okay.
it'll be good.
Oh, they'll be the star of the show, I'm sure. Are you
Completely.
kidding? Yeah, they'll always steal it for you.
Yeah, and Rock Baby's clothing is amazing, so they're going to be the cutest thing up on that stage.
Okay.
We also have prom wear, so you can bring your high school kids and
Okay.
come shopping there
It's that
too.
time of year, yeah.
Yeah, and David's Bridal helped us with that, so we have a great selection from
Okay.
them.
Okay. And the funds raised at this event?
Go towards the school and the education, so
Okay.
goes right back to the girls.
Okay.
10 student walkers, 5 alumni. It'll be
Okay.
pay.
And how did you choose which students would get to model the fashions? How did that happen?
We kind of let them decide on their own. So we
right.
have a teacher who helps us in the school, and she kind of talks to them and figures out who really wants to do this. Last year, they were like, I'm not really sure. This year, we had so many.
I bet.
That it was like, oh, okay, now we're overwhelmed. Everybody wants to do it. So it's good. We only use seniors and juniors
Oh, okay.
because they're older, and we want to give them that chance before they leave school.
Yeah.
And every year, we just keep adding more as they go lower. So I'm sure eventually we'll end up with 9th through
Maybe
12th,
you'll need a fall
but
fashion show, too.
Right.
Maybe it'll grow by
break
then.
it up a little.
Yeah, exactly. And this is open to the public, right?
It is open to the public.
Okay.
We love having everyone there. You'll see me, our other co-chairs around, and we come around and we want to talk to everybody
Yeah.
because we want to include the community in the stuff we do. So we'd love to talk to anybody who wants to talk to us about what would help them in being a part of Woodward, whether it's just involvement through one of our events or actually being involved with us. We'd love that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Grace, for your part, what would, I guess, your advice be to younger students coming into Woodward and the best way to kind of prepare themselves, for their education at Woodward?
My best advice, take a leap of faith.
Yeah.
Do something that you're not comfortable with. Just put yourself out there. It's not easy at first, but once you do it, it's so much fun. Doing stuff that, I mean, I'm a senior, and this year I got a new job, so I decided I have more time. I'm going to play soccer for the first time
Okay.
since Little League.
Wow.
And it was one of the best years ever.
Really?
Yeah,
Now, did you grow up here on the South Shore?
I did. I grew up
Okay.
in Hull.
Okay, so you're familiar with the area,
Yes.
at least. Will you stay local, do you think, for your further education?
Probably not.
No, okay.
But I'll probably come back a lot.
Okay, so really stepping out of your
Yes.
comfort zone.
Yes.
Nervous about that?
A little, but
Yeah.
I think Woodward has kind of prepared me enough to take that leap of faith and go out of my comfort zone.
Sure. Tanisha, would Grace, as a now will soon to be a graduating member of the class of 2019, be eligible to serve on the Leadership Council?
She would. We actually
Okay.
take, we have 2 right now, students, former students,
Oh,
that are
okay.
in their first year of college, and they do a lot of the remote stuff that we can
Oh,
do.
sure, yeah.
And which is great because they're hands-on with talking to alums, calling them, and doing all of that, which we can't always do.
Right.
Doing the local stuff. So we love to have them, no matter where they are.
Okay, and they're still, more connected, obviously, to their undergrads
Correct.
as well, so
Yeah.
still have that connection that you could kind of tap into. Now, the tickets are $30. They'll be available at the door, but for kids 6 years old and under, they're $10?
6 and up.
6 and up, they're $10.
Yep.
Okay, very good. And do you need any more, say, volunteers or
We would
sponsors?
love
or-
anybody. Anybody who wants to, we would love to have them. You can call the school.
Yep.
Jamie Gordon is on the committee, and she works at the school. We just asked for Jamie, and she will make sure that anything you want to do, we'll find a place for it.
Okay, thewoodwardschool.org is the main website to
Correct.
go to, I know, to check it out, and it is up there already posted, so folks can learn more about that. Anything else that we should add? Come out, have fun?
Yes, definitely. Come out, have fun, talk to us. We'd love to see everyone.
Yeah.
Come visit the school.
Pardon?
Come visit the school
It's
before we
changed
do
a lot. If folks haven't been
Yes,
to Woodward recently,
it
it's
has
quite a
changed,
bit.
and
Yeah.
it's going to continue to change a
Yeah.
little bit.
In just the short time you've been there, I'm sure you've seen some tremendous changes, Grace.
Definitely.
Yeah. And more to come. All right. And there's a new head of school, too, that we've actually had on this program, Renee Ducheney Farkas, and she'll be back as well later on to talk more about the renovations that are going on. Thank you both. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
You're very
you.
welcome. And good luck in the future, Grace.
Thank you.
We'll see you again, Tanisha.
Yes.
All right. Just enough time to recap the forecast for you for the rest of the day today. It's nice looking. It's kind of chilly. Temperatures only in the mid to upper 40s this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, little bite to that wind as well. Matter of fact, there's a special weather statement today about the chances for brush fires because of the dry conditions. And also, believe it or not, we have our first pollen alert of the season, so there's another sign of spring for you. Tonight, temperatures will dip down to the lower 30s. Tomorrow, pretty nice, partly sunny 50s, some spring showers here on Wednesday, and back into the mid-50s again on Thursday. Thanks again going out to Tanisha Wright and Grace Neville for joining us here on the show. Thanks to our crew, and thank you for watching. Friday at 11:30, members of the Fore River Residents Against the Compressor Station, FRAX, will be here on another live edition of Currently in Quincy. We'll see you then.